new digital face of the Taraba State Internal Revenue Service (TRIS), a modern, secure, and efficient revenue management system designed to make tax administration seamless for both taxpayers and administrators. To get started, visit www.etaxtirs.net. Taxpayer registration is now quick and effortless. You can now pay your payee, withholding tax, director's fees, conduct direct assessment, pay development levy, and many more on the site. When on the etaxtirs.net website, simply click Make Payments for all forms of taxpayer or register for recurring payments and future login. Kindly provide the required details as prompted, and the system will instantly create a secure, centralized profile ready for assessments, invoices, and tracking. Generating payment receipts takes only a few clicks. 1. Select the revenue head and service. 2. Enter amount. 3. Enter other details. 4. An official invoice will be generated immediately. Payments can be made securely online using ATM cards, bank transfers, and other payment options. The system enables accurate tax assessments and swift issuance of demand notices. Tax clearance certificates can now be requested and issued within minutes. Tax filing is simpler, faster, secure, more accurate, and easier to recall for records purposes. Tax administrators can now enjoy a real-time dashboard for tax monitoring, tracking, and comprehensive reporting for informed decision-making. The Taraba State Internal Revenue Service (TRIS) is redefining revenue collection with technology that ensures efficiency, transparency, and improved taxpayer experience. This tax management system, the FlowPay, is powered by iTech Platform Limited.
Good morning and welcome to the Psalm TV Morning Show. My name is Abraham Minor Joda, and this is the beautiful first day of September. A brand new month has dawned with fresh opportunities, renewed hope, and a chance to write new stories of progress, of success. Welcome to the new month, and just like we like to say around the Happy New Month, and as we step into this new season, remember that happiness is not found in perfection, but in gratitude for every little victory. Today, let's choose to start with joy, peace, and purpose. As we begin this new month, we must also reflect on the kind of society we are building. Jungle justice, that is taking law into our own hands, destroys lives, fuels fear, and undermines justice. No matter the crime, every person deserves a fair trial under the law. Let us say no to mob actions. Let us protect human dignity, and let us allow justice to take its rightful course. Together, we can build a safer and more just society for all. And with me on this beautiful 1st of December, Monday morning, two of the best in the industry. Let me start. They say ladies first. Let me introduce the delectable, beautiful, and wonderful Bridget James. Happy New Year.
She's saying,
yes.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. You're welcome to the show once again.
Thank you so much.
Okay. A lot of people have been saying, how did you manage to drag the beautiful Bridget from night to morning show? She's not.
Yeah, she's a journalist, so whenever duty calls, she answers. So
well, the man that just spoke now is not a new face to you. He doesn't need any introduction. His voice has introduced him as Mr. Iradane Kukwen, the Director of News for Public Affairs on Psalm TV. Meanwhile, for those of us who don't know, Bridget James is the Assistant Director of News, programs and public affairs. You carry a triple portfolio.
Yeah.
So good morning. And well, let us start this morning. There's this thing about Ember Month. We've entered the Ember Month. Let me start with Bridget, because women can be very, very superstitious and analytical when it comes to issues. Is there anything special about months that end with Ember?
Yeah,
What is special about them?
everything about it is special.
Okay.
People will be getting ready for, festive period.
Okay.
So also in the Ember month. So now a lot of people will be trying to put things in order to see that December period.
Okay.
Once we are in Ember month,
Yes.
everybody's looking at the festive period.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is what is special about
That's what's so special
Okay.
feel about the Ember month.
Ember Month. Mr.
Yes, it is. I think it's a worldwide thing. During end of the year, you will discover there are so many holidays. Those who don't celebrate Christmas have one or other holidays that they celebrate.
Yes.
And most of these holidays are celebrated at home. And when you stay at home, there is this mentality of there is a need for it to be a celebration.
Yes, yes.
And celebration costs money. So most instances,
Why is it that you're celebrating? Because that costs money. The emphasis on it also.
that is the way every celebration, if it's birthday, if it's end of year, if it's Christmas, if it is, what's it called, Hanukkah,
Yes.
for the people in Israel, in one way or the other, it costs money. You have to slaughter ram, you have to do this. The meals have to be special.
But you can slaughter a fish.
Yes, but whatever it is, fish to cost money. And
But do you just slaughter fish?
maybe. So that's it.
Okay. Yes, we thank God for bringing us into September, and we pray as we go towards the end of the year that things should get better for us as individuals and also as a nation. The August break is gone. Let us, what do you have for the weather for the first day of September?
Good morning, Nigerian. Welcome to today's weather update. This morning, temperature across Nigeria remains fairly cool with slightly variation by region. And Aba, 23 degrees Celsius, calm and partly cloudy. Jalingo, 23 degrees Celsius, mild with chances of early showers. Lagos, 24 degrees Celsius, humid with cloudy intervals. While in Abeokuta and Ibadan, 21 degrees Celsius, relatively cool and cloudy sky. While in Olimosho, as 22 degrees Celsius, light clouds expected. In Benin City and Onitsha, 22 to 23 degrees Celsius, humid with scattered clouds. In Calabar, 24 degrees Celsius, warm and humid, possible showers later in the day. Enugu, 23 degrees Celsius, cloudy with a light breeze. Ilorin and Okene, 21 degrees to 22 degrees Celsius, mild and cloudy. While in Jos, 18 degrees Celsius, the coolest city this morning with crisp weather. Kaduna, 20 degrees Celsius, calm and clear. Kano and Castina, 22 degrees Celsius, dry and warm condition. Maiduguri, 23 degrees Celsius, warm with dry wind. While Ogbomosho and Osobo, 21 degrees Celsius, partly cloudy and cool. Port Harcourt, 22 degrees Celsius, humid with light showers expected. While in Sokoto, 23 degrees Celsius, dry and warm condition. Expect mild morning temperatures with a mix of cloudy skies and light showers in southern and central states, while the north remains relatively dry and warm. Thank you very much.
Well, I think I agree with you. Jalingo is dry and warm this morning, and I'm beginning to ask for the rains again.
Yeah, but harvest will soon be here, maybe before the end of this month. We'll start doing harvest in this part of the world.
Yeah.
So we don't actually need the rain as we needed it in August.
Yeah.
For people who are into farming, I think they all agree with me, except for people who are harvesting melon, what we call egusi.
Okay, egusi, yeah.
We still need water to wash it, start drying.
Yes. Okay.
But even at that, they still have body of waters.
Yes,
Those ponds
yes. And you know, well, it's a good day. It's been a good year in terms of rainfall for farmers, if you ask me. It's been a good year. So, well, let's see, what stories do we have on the papers, Bridget?
Okay. On the Daily Trust, 69 days after launch, farmers await federal government tractors. So, the Punch.
Okay, let's take that story. 69 days after launch. That should be Daily Trust, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Daily Trust. This is, you just spoke about harvest very soon, and this is 69 days after the federal government launched 2,000 tractors and other implements for mechanized farming. They are yet to be distributed to farmers. Daily Trust report, and this has sparked outrage among farmers group who expressed concern that this year wet season is slipping away. This is just as the governor of the 6 northeast states have called for subsidies on farm inputs in order to avert a potential food crisis across the country. They added that the northeast was still confronted by daunting humanitarian infrastructure challenges. This they stated in a communication at the end of the 12th meeting of the Northeast Governors Forum, that is NEGF, held on Saturday in Jalingo, Taraba State. The governors expressed concern that the rising cost of agricultural input was affecting farmers in the zone. To avert the impending food crisis ahead, the forum called for more subsidies to farmers and robust preparation for dry season farming. What's your take? What do you think should be the reason why 69 days after launch?
We used to that in this country, though it's not a good narrative. We used to these terms, bureaucratic bottlenecks. You understand? I think that's the only reason why these things have not been distributed yet. Well, we still have hope that these implements can be used in dry season farming. That is in communities where the dry season farming thrives. But there is a need for government to move beyond some of these stereotypes. Normally, when government equipment come, they will follow this process and this process. Now, I think the story here featured that they are awaiting the presidential approval. Why will he give approval for tractors?
The tractors.
It's taking him 69 days to give approval for the tractors to be distributed.
I thought these things would have been, before they even came, they should have, arrangements should be on ground. The moment they come, it is just, this is the way. These are things that the way things should be done. And also the issue of the Northeast Governors Forum in Jalingo. It was a very colorful affair right here in Jalingo, the capital of Taraba State, where all the Northeast governors gather to discuss issues that have to do with Northeast. Well, what's your reaction to
they mentioned the issue of flooding that I think by God's grace we may not experience again because we're already in September. Normally flood occur in August. I would thank God. I think we should be thanking God already since September, expecting that there will be no much rain again. So I think the fear of flooding is to a very large extent been averted. Then the issue of insecurity, it is here with us. The governor of Taraba State called on his counterparts from other states to put pressure on the federal government to see how they will help with the insecurity going on in Taraba State. A very good move too. Then I noticed the unveiling of greenhouse.
Okay.
But they give it another name. I think it is Taraba vegetable like that. Then they unveil it.
The re-unveiling.
Yes, they unveil it. Because it was restructured. If you see the structure, it was repackaged. You understand? Then given it another name, then unveiled again by the chairman of the forum, Professor Umara Babagana
Zulu. I would have expected them also to take a tour to Namne Bridge and Norman Adama Road, because if you ask me, those two roads are the roads that connect northeast to North Central through Benue State, to the south, that is across River State, and also to the southeast. Down to even Lagos. To Lagos, yes, that is the road. So I've expected them to, even if it's just a visit, photo ops, and let the president at the Northeast Development Commission knows that the NEDC. So I think to me it will have been a thing of joy for me to see that since Taraba is hosting, the issues there shouldn't be just for Taraba, but it should be the focal point should be on Taraba since we are the one hosting. Well, I believe this must have.
That too. I think I saw it somewhere, though I can't ascertain where now. I saw it somewhere that the governor of Taraba State pleaded too with his counterparts from the northeast to see to it that they exert the necessary influence.
If I was him, I would take them there to Namne and take them just somewhere around there. I don't think any of them came by road.
No, most of
if
them
they came by road, probably they will be arriving this morning.
Even Gombe governor came by flight.
Even Adama governor came by flight.
Adama governor will have come by road because he will have followed Zing and missed the Numan Jalingo road.
Okay, well, let's hope so. Okay, Bridget.
Okay, to the next, the Punch. Atiku demands annulment as VK reassert control. Still on the Punch. Reps deny alleged plan showdown with Speaker. NWest leads a FEC project with 5.97 trillion naira. Still on the Punch. Class Foundation debates to provide justice for underprivileged. So let's move to...
Okay, the Punch. We can't run away from that Rivers election, can we? Alhaji Atiku Abubakar demands annulment as Wike reasserts control. Let me just take the political power dynamics in Rivers State once again changed with the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, regaining his grip and control of the state's political grassroots, which in Sussex and estranged political godson, Governor Similaye Fubara temporarily dispossessed him of in the last 2 years. The Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission on Sunday declared the results in the August 30 local government election, with the All Progressive Congress, the main opposition party in the state, winning 20 of the 23 local government areas, where the ruling People's Democratic Party won the remaining 3. LG. The local government areas won by the APC are Obiakpo, which is that of the FC minister, Port Harcourt City LG, and Ogba Egbema Ndoni. The governor similarly lost in LG, Okpubo Nkoro, to the main opposition party in the state. Both the APC and the PDP winners are Wike loyalists. It's quite well. I don't think this is any different from any local government elections that is held across the country.
I was not expecting PDP to have any significant victory more than what I'm seeing now, because considering the fact that Minister Honorable, shall I call him? Yeah, he was a former governor, so His Excellency Wike is a goat in sheep's clothing. A
big wolf.
Because how come he has that kind of influence? He's that powerful, and APC is having...
but did he tell you that he's the one that ensured that he won his local government as PDP? That is a strange thing.
Well...
So you will know that he's still holding on to his structure of PDP at home.
But I think something is still wrong. There is this thing they call body language. There is not everything that is, those meetings.
Yes.
All those maneuverings,
Yeah.
all those calculations. They are human beings there. And these people talk.
Yeah.
It is, in one way or the other, quite abysmal that at this point in time, APC is having 20 local government in Rivers State under sole administrator.
Sole administrator.
Now, could it be that all those allegations that Tinubu wants to take over Rivers State to APC, and that was why Fubara was suspended? At least these elections has proven that the sole administrator is not apolitical as expected. He's actually... because we know that if you had wanted PDP to win, based on the trends in Nigeria, the governor has a say in all the local government elections.
Now, this takes us to the issue of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I want to ask, I don't know, and I asked this question on other platforms. I like the way he spoke on this matter. I said something about there was okay. He said, Atiku also, okay, he called on Nigerians, international communities, and partners of the country to pay attention to what is described as the dangerous curve that the President Bola Tinubu regime is taking our dear country. Atiku also appealed to opposition parties in Rivers State to reject the elections. He said, I will call on all opposition parties in Rivers State to reject the local government elections on the premise that the occupation government that conducted the exercise is extraneous to our laws, with absolutely no legitimacy to undertake such a crucial and sensitive assignment, he stated. Now, my question is this. Do you have any knowledge of what Alhaji Atiku Abubakar said when Governor Dari was removed as a governor and a military administrator, Chris Ali? Do you have any idea if he went against that?
Even if he went against it, he couldn't have said anything, considering that he was the serving vice president under the regime, the administration that imposed the state of emergency in Plateau State. I think there is good side to what Atiku is saying. If Atiku, who has this reputation of going to court to see to it that the right thing is being done when he was accused of all these FCC allegations during Obasanjo, I'm looking forward to Atiku now taking on this case, personalizing it as if he's the Democrat that he is, go to court, follow it up, mobilize people, go make the necessary political engagement to see to it that he cannot just come and sit in the comfort of his home and make statement, issue press conference, and it's being featured on the cover of the newspaper, and nothing is done. Those people in Rivers State that he said should resist and reject this result, they're not that strong. They don't have the voice. They don't have the wherewithal. So I'm looking forward to Atiku traveling to Port Harcourt, holding some political rally, after securing permission from the security agencies, and going to court on behalf of those people. Because he has the funds, he has the strength, he has the might. Let's see how democratic he is. But if this ends at this point in time, I have one or two reasons to accuse him of the same thing. When he was in government, where he has the power, there are instances where whosoever he wants win election in so many places and nothing happens.
Yes, and they never complain.
Just like I said earlier on, I don't expect that he will just come out and say, congratulations.
No. He couldn't have.
Even if it is free and fair election, this is what we don't know how to do in this country. I think the only person that did that was Jonathan
Good luck.
When he congratulated President Buhari.
Okay. Bridget?
Okay, on to the next. This day, Keyamo, PDP in legal risks, filing Jonathan in 2027 El-Rufai. Tinubu would come third in presidential election.
Wow.
So, still on this day, North-Southwest has lion's share of Tinubu's projects. And Budget Office releases data says report misleading. Then describe report as statistical error.
Okay.
These key projects in every region. With 5.9 trillion naira, Yakubu maintains not marginalized.
Okay. Okay. I don't. Which should we take? I want us to take one story. Should we take the El-Rufai story or take the not marginalization story?
Well, they are all another stories.
Okay, so let's take it. Do you think Malam Nasir El-Rufai on Channels TV with a show said something? He said on the next 2027 election, there will be a rerun, and Tinubu will not be on that rerun, based on his mathematics.
Well, maybe he has already envisaged, considering the fact that he's an active politician. There are things he might have seen that we have not seen yet. But if what we are seeing now is what is going to play out in 2027, well, I don't think Tinubu will lose out to who? To Atiku or to Peter Obi? Let's see how it plays out. Because as it stands now, just like I mentioned shortly before we come to this stage, Atiku is more of somebody that will address press conference and stuff there. We've not seen the political rallies yet. We've not seen his commitments to grassroots mobilization yet. The 2027 is not going to be like 2023 or other elections before. We must admit that. But I think Tinubu is gaining more grounds than the ADC and the PDP is doing. So I think I disagree with you.
Bridget, do you think Tinubu will lose out in the next election? Based on your own calculation. Do your calculations.
Based on my calculation, I don't think Tinubu will lose out.
What about why do you think? What about Atiku, Peter Obi, Rufai, and maybe even Mr. Irada Nekuku?
Forming a merger. Maybe if they form a merger and make me a flag bearer, I will win Gosa local government.
So there's no possibility of him losing.
Wow.
I see him winning.
You see him winning? No possibility. Win. Oh, that is a strong one from Bridget. I think I will put this down. Today is September 1st. I put it down. On the election day, I will remind you. I'm very sure that they will be here on duty or maybe on elect. We should be in the studios just analyzing the issues.
We're looking forward to that, by God's grace.
Now, let me take this one before we go. FG Northwest, North Southwest as Lions share of Tinubu's project. Let me see what they said. I still on the daily this day. Said the federal government yesterday strongly repudiated insinuations that President Bola Tinubu's administration was unfairly weighed against the North in favor of Lagos and the Southwest, the Nigerian leaders' home state and region respectively. According to a report, the 3.9 trillion represented 111% of the combined sum of 3.56 trillion approved for the Southeast, Northwest, and Northeast, with 18 states altogether in the last 24 months. Okay. Now, however, a response from the Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation, Tanimu Yakubu, described the report as misleading, stressing that it ignored the truth in its entirety. The viral chart bundles together national infrastructure, federal highways, coastal transport corridors, legacy roads, and labeled them Lagos-only projects. But by logic, the Kano-Maiduguri Expressway could be called a Maiduguri-only project. It's a sleight of hand that ignores the truth. These are national arteries, not local trophies, the DG said in a note. According to Yakubu, the Northwest remains the greatest beneficiary of the Tinubu administration, with over 40% of the total approval so far, owing projects valued at 5.7 trillion. I think with the way Mr. Tanimu said it now, I think there was a sleight of hand in that report. Because when you name Lagos Calabar Coastal Road as Lagos project, then it's faulty. You can also name Maiduguri Kano, Maiduguri project.
I agree with Tanimu, and the only bad thing about this report is that they are using some of these things for political propaganda, which is still another good aspect of politics, because it will make whosoever is on the wrong side now to sit up. If Tinubu is not doing well, I believe some of these things will make him sit up so that at least he may be able to have popularity in 2027. But the truth is, I'm looking forward to some of these things becoming apolitical, not relatedly, necessarily tied to politics. If it is based on the fact that we really want development, and that is why this criticism have been aired, then it is fine. But you may discover that those making these accusations have political interest. All they're trying to do is to give a dog a bad name so that when election comes, the dog will be hanged. He went further to say,
he said, Lagos is not swallowing the budget. Nigeria has been stitched together through infrastructure. The real numbers paint a slightly different picture. He said Northwest has 5.97 trillion. That is over 40% of our approvals. And South are 2.41 trillion. And North Central are 1.13 trillion. Southeast, 407 billion. Northeast, 400 billion. Southwest, excluding Lagos, 604 billion. But I think you can't exclude Lagos. But if you look at some of the infrastructures there, like the airport, the Muritala Mohammed Airport, those are national infrastructures that wherever they are, benefit.
There is something I want to draw your attention to. You remember this, your man, during tax reform? What's the name of this chairman?
Okay, is this Adedeji?
Adeniji is for Federal Inland Revenue
Well,
Service, right?
tax, Ade Labu.
And now, what I'm trying to say is that there is a way these people will come out with facts. Do you understand? To counteract whatsoever it is, that they will give you facts. Now, I'm looking forward to whosoever is accusing Tinubu's government now to come out with facts. Because whosoever is responding on behalf of Tinubu's government has a way of, look at what...
Yeah, look at
he will give you the statistics and facts to see that it's demolished
the foundation of your
for your arguments. So I think this is good. If they have any other superior analysis more than this, they should bring it up. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay, Bridget, any other story paper for? Okay, yes. I wanted us to have a discussion on what happened in Niger State over the weekend. It's becoming, this is not the first time, this is not the second time, and even, I believe this made the news probably because of the religious direction it's go all over the country. You see people being mobbed. We saw the case in Mandelas last week in Lagos, where someone stabbed another person to death, and he was beaten. I watched the video. I was beaten, and he would have been killed if the police had not arrived. So this, all these, I don't separate them. Whether you stone someone to death for religious reasons, or you beat an armed robber to death, or someone you think is a criminal, you kill him, or someone disagree with you people, you beat him. It's all jungle justice.
It's jungle justice, and it has nothing to do with religion.
It has nothing.
When it happens in the north, because most likely those who perpetrated that evil are, under quotes, Muslims. You would generally say it is the Muslims killing. When it happens in the south, because this Orome killing is not different.
It's not.
Just like you mentioned before we come to this today, it's not different from this, what happened in Niger. The problem is that at the end of the day, these people go scot-free. We don't have the system where even if it is 20 years, even if it's 30 years,
you keep picking them.
Make sure that whosoever perpetrated this kind of evil pays for it. He's been sentenced. So that there are instances where people will just be killed, and after 2 weeks, the case is no more. You understand?
And the Niger State Command confirmed the killing on Sunday. They said the lady, simply known as Amayi, was burned to death before security reinforcement could arrive. And the spokesman for the command, Wasiu Abiodun, who released a statement on the incident, said efforts were ongoing to identify, arrest, and prosecute all those involved in the crime. Amaye, a food seller, was lynched and set ablaze in Mariga local government area of Niger State by youths over alleged blasphemy against Prophet Muhammad. According to eyewitnesses, the incident occurred at Kasua Garba in the council area, when the lady, a Muslim faithful and well-known food seller, was said to have engaged in an exchange of words with a young man said to be her nephew. And the young man was said to have jokingly told Amaye that he wanted to marry her to fulfill the sunnah. The lady was said to have made comments considered blasphemous. This was said to have outraged the young man and the young men in the neighborhood. The matter was taken to the palace of the district head of Kasua Garba, where the lady was interrogated, and she allegedly repeated what she had said earlier. The district head was said to have handed Amaye over to security operative for further investigation, but a crowd of agitated youths overpowered the security operative, insisting on her immediate execution. I said before security enforcement could arrive, the mob made up of young men have stoned Amaye to death. Now, the question is this: how many people have been arrested so far?
Yes, considering the fact that the security operatives were overpowered, in one way or the other, you must have identified one or two.
Definitely.
Now, even if it means executing only a few of them, because you discover that not everyone that participated in that will be able to be arrested. And another thing is that the social fabric, the belief system, some of these things that we refuse to talk about, those young men have fathers, have uncles, have friends, have elderly ones in that community who they listen to. If the upbringing is such a way that whosoever has committed a crime, just kill him. There is no need for security operatives. There is no. It's when bandits come that you start blaming the
police.
You understand? When bandits come, you call the police, say, okay, the police should come, it is their work. But when it is issues like this, you...
Weaklings, when you see weaklings, then you become strong.
You become strong and you do the unthinkable. Now, she's just... What? Should there be coercion into one's belief system? She has the right to do whatever it is she wants to do. Though you don't have to live your life in such a way that you provoke people in the name of you want to live your life. You understand? There should be balance. If the thing she's saying is making them angry, she shouldn't have said it. That's another aspect to it. Though she has the right to say what she wants to say.
To express her views. Yes.
And she should not be killed. If they consider it some kind of criminality, they should follow the law. The police should arrest her.
And I believe there's a Sharia law in Niger State. So what's your take on...
In as much as, it's very good to respect people's religion, I feel these people did the wrong thing. They are not supposed to kill her. It's very wrong. Very, very wrong. And I think the government should step into this because it will soon get out of hand. When they see small thing, they will the next thing is just for them to kill. So once the government did not step into this, they would see it as a lifestyle. Okay, if this lady insulted our prophet, the next thing is for us to just kill her, stone her to death. So I feel the government needs to come into it so that these people will stop this thing because it's inhumane to, kill someone without the
authorities.
The government authority, without involving the police, without involving the I feel these people have law enforcement. Like they have elders, they have people that they are answerable to.
They even went to the chief. He handed the lady over to the security. They refused.
Then if they are this stubborn, I feel they should be fighting Boko Haram.
That is my point exactly.
They should use this mindset, this aggression, enter the bush, follow the bandits, and stone them to death.
Now the question:
what is worse? What is more blasphemous than bandits entering a community and killing innocent people?
Let me even take you to something. In Katsina State, last week or last 2 weeks, Muslim faithfuls were praying in the mosque. And bandits, when they killed them, burnt them to death. I expected these young men to pick their bags and head to the forest in Katsina. Because there's nothing more blasphemous than this. There is nothing more.
I think I stand to be corrected, but I used to know one Islamic cleric some years back in Yola who told me that if there is a bloodshed in a mosque, that mosque is not suitable for any prayer until after some time. Now, to go and pray in a mosque has its blessings. Now, somebody is so senseless that he woke up one day, went to see a group of people, not one, not two, 30, 40 people, and kill all of them for reasons that is not even given. Even if somebody stole from you and he ran and entered the mosque, there is a need for you to give him that concession and wait for him until he completes the prayer. But this man, these people came, killed, and nobody did anything to them. At least this mob they didn't even protest.
There wasn't any protest.
So if you have this kind of mindset for you to look at Amaye because but I believe that at that point that she's been stoned, she must have become sober. You understand? At that point in time, it will have been, okay, now I'm sorry. Let's allow this to go. Kill her, and there is nothing to
another hypocrisy I see in this is, you will see a section of the country, there'll be outrage over this, while a part will be quiet. But do you know exactly these things also happen in other parts of the country, but it doesn't take a religious form. Someone is saying, he stole a phone, and they will beat the person to death.
Bond.
And people will be happy. And people will comment on Facebook, good for him.
Yes.
Good for. Let me tell you a story of what happened about 2 years ago. 2 years ago, someone just, a boy on the streets in Lagos, while I was in Lagos, he was caught roaming around for no reason, and he has all these scars on his body, he has all the traits of someone who has been through a lot. You see scars, because in Lagos, once you see someone with so much scars on his body, you know this person is a stubborn one. So they questioned him, they did this. He couldn't give account of himself. So, and he later confessed that, well, he came to see whether he could steal something and the rest of it. So while they were doing this, they were beating him. Mob action, jungle justice. They were videoing and sharing on social media, on Facebook. Eventually, some people saw it from another area, and they came down to the area and said, this guy stole from us, and we have been looking for him. Since he didn't steal anything here, but they didn't kill him. Okay. So they said, hand him over to us, let us go and sort out his issue. So these ones, they handed him over, and they left with him. Not knowing that those people that came, he had a issue, court-related issue with them. So the moment they saw that he was caught for suspected robbery, they killed him and dumped him on a dump site. He died. Then when his dead body was found, people said, oh, we saw them beating him on Facebook. In such area, they arrested all the young people involved in that area. They went to Kirikiri for a long time. They had to do investigation, bring out the people that came to pick him. I said, they would have just gone to prison for murder.
On issues that does not concern them.
So I tell people, don't get yourself involved in jungle justice. Don't video it. Don't comment on it. If you want to comment, it's just to say, it's bad. It's bad. There is no day you don't see. Sometimes too, I don't know if you watched the video, a man shot 3 young people to death. A video that went viral in the southeast. He said the Tukins gone. It's all these pub or ESN. He said the Tukins, where they call him Gentle, is a criminal. He's one of the unknown gunmen. He said those boys are his boys. They took his guns and they were robbing people with it. So what he did was to pick the gun and kill the 3 of them. I'm thinking, where are we going to in this country?
Until a definite concerted effort is being followed to see to it that these people are brought to book, it will keep reoccurring.
Yeah.
When did the one of Katsina happen? When, what was it called? The name of this girl that was killed and her parents relocated to somewhere.
Deborah.
Now, it happened in Edo State, when those northerners were coming up to the north, and they were killing those people from Kano. Now, it is happening again in Niger State. You may be surprised that there are some that are not even reported. Mm-hmm. You understand? There are instances.
There are lots. Go to social. There are lots that happen. That people have been beaten to death and nothing will happen. And people will post it and every other person will laugh over it. Do you know the only time there's outrage on these things? It is if we can attach, oh, this is religious. Or we can attach, it is because they are from this section of the country. That is the only time there's outrage. But once it's just, it is, we say, oh, he stole a phone. Oh, that is very bad. We just take it as a normal. Let's see, maybe let us open lines and see if people can call in on the program to speak their mind, and we should speak out. The reason why I'm opening the line is that I want people to speak out against jungle justice because it's becoming a trend in Nigeria, and we must put an end to it. So the number to call will be displayed on the screen of your TV set, and you can call in. Keep the conversation civil. We just want you to join the conversation so that we will speak against jungle justice in Nigeria. So you can also say a word or two on other matters we discuss, the headline. So you can call in. The number to call will be displayed on your TV set. So what, to me, Mr. Era, what do you think the police should be doing now?
I said something earlier on. These people brought this lady to the palace or residence of the district head. whatever it is they describe, is it a district head? Traditional
ruler, yes.
Now, after interviewing her, he handed over the lady to the police. Now,
They say security operatives, we don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
security operatives, maybe the police. Now, it is in the process of the security operatives trying to do their own thing that they are overpowered by the mob. And that is how this thing went. If we don't take this thing seriously, there is tendency for it to reoccur again. Now, look at it. It is not ghost, it is not spirit that brought her.
Yes.
Now, when she was stoned and beaten, they are human beings.
And I believe there are people who did
The
videos.
security operative that were overpowered were there. They should know 1 or 2 persons. Though some of them will run away now, but let the investigation be sustained. You understand? We don't want this story to fizzle out after 2-3 weeks. It should be sustained until 10 years, 15 years to come. These people that killed Amaya, after 20 years that they are on the run, have been arrested and have been brought to book. That is how it should be done.
Well, the number to call is 070-4919-8503. 070-4919-8503. That's the number to call. So when you call in, you turn down the volume of your TV set and you speak to the issues that we're discussing and the ones that we've discussed before now. So, well, it also tells about the things we are beginning to get used to in Nigeria. I remember those days. If they say there was communal clash, a person died, they will all be outraged. But now, you hear stories of 20, 30, 50 people, and it wouldn't even bother anybody. People are living their lives. Do you think we are becoming to take death lightly in Nigeria? With the way people are.
I think we are beginning to get used to. Like every day you wake up to, they killed this person, they killed 30, you know, jungle justice here, jungle justice there. So people tend to be so relaxed because they are always listening to that.
Yeah.
Okay? So I feel the government needs to do something because, like in the case of Deborah, when they killed her, the guys snapped themselves.
Yes, they did.
Posted it on social media. They were like, if you want to come and arrest us, see us.
They were. After then, they did it videos again.
You understand?
And I think, just like you said, these people have the confidence.
Yes, they do.
You understand? To snap themselves.
You don't even need to identify that.
They identified themselves.
They identified themselves.
And he said, I did it. I know, I said, I did it.
And they're still working free.
They are students. They are known
for some political reasons or for one reason or the other. Now, you may be surprised that these people are being celebrated in that community.
Yes.
They are heroes because we are brought up to believe that intolerance is not a good thing. We believe there is no this awareness that what we're doing is actually wrong. They celebrate this thing. They are celebrated as heroes of faith.
Let you even leave the faith aside. I remember the first time I witnessed someone I know being killed through jungle justice was sometime, I think, either 99 or year 2000 in Lagos. At night, we had gunshots all over the place, and then later we started hearing, Lagos, holy, holy, holy. That is, everybody was screaming. So I heard voices, then I saw people gathered. It was around 2 o'clock at night. So when I saw that everybody was outside, came outside. They said they've caught like 3 of the thieves. One was being beaten, he has been with machetes and the rest of it. So later, someone just came, was speaking outside. He said, they should leave him. Kurma, kurma, kurma. So they realized that what happened was that the house that was robbed, next to it, there's a building that houses people from the north, shoemaker, this. One of them was a deaf and dumb. I think when those criminals came with the gunshot, those guys, they all ran away. So while people came out later chasing the thieves, they picked them where they were hiding. So the ones that could speak spoke up that, no, they call him Malam in this thing, I'm this thing, I ran away because, but the deaf and dumb guy could not express himself and he was beaten to death. The people who did this are known in the community. And some were even celebrated that, yes, that these are the guys that were able to stop criminality. Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yeah, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is James.
Okay, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Gombe.
Oh, good morning. How is Gombe today?
I'm fine.
Okay, so please, what's your view on our discussions this morning?
My view is why Atiku is protesting on elections.
Why is Atiku what?
Protesting on elections 2027.
Okay, why is he contesting an election in 2027?
Yes.
Okay, don't worry. I believe Alhaji Atiku Abubakar might be watching some TV, and people who love him will watch. He's going to, and I think he's contesting because he wants to be the president of Nigeria. Maybe wants Nigeria to be better than the way it is. Don't you think so?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're asking why Atiku is contesting?
Yeah.
Atiku wants to change the fortunes of Nigeria. He believes he's the best candidate. He believes he can do better than Tinubu.
Yeah.
So he wants Nigeria to hire him for the position of the president.
Okay.
Yeah. And coming back to the story we were discussing before that call came in, if religious leaders will not take it upon themselves to preach sermons, the teachings, the belief system, until we change this belief system, sermons that will tell people that mob justice is not the way that God wants. This is a younger brother of Boko Haram.
It is one of the things that better.
This is a younger brother of Boko Haram. So there is no need for religious leaders to keep quiet at this point in time. You know, it's a sensitive issue that if it's not properly handled can degenerate.
Yeah.
And at times we're too careful that we allow it to...
We allow people to try because we don't want...
We don't want to offend anybody. We don't want a religious leader that must have preached that this is blasphemy and should be not be taken lightly. We will now be careful not to come out and say there is no need for it.
No, religious and both political leaders, you will see those who will keep quiet. And you see those who will speak because it favors them, and those who will keep quiet because if they speak, they will lose their support base. But to me, I think the issue here, the most important thing is the authorities. There's a law that governs this country. There's a constitution. The law should take its course. People should be arrested. People should be brought to book. People should be prosecuted. Let there be justice. As long as there is no justice, people are not brought to book. There is no amount of preaching that will change anyone. I'm telling you, human beings, no amount of, if there is no consequence for what you do, you preach and preach and preach and nobody will listen.
That is the truth.
But once there's a consequence to the actions, you don't even need preaching. You just need an example.
Well, there's this one again that the security operatives may be complicit in this. I've seen instances where a lady was brought to the police station somewhere, and the reason she was brought to the police station is that she left the man who her father said she should go and marry. Now, after she left the house, she was arrested somewhere and brought to the police station, and the police were saying that she will have to go back to the man's. Now, she came to the police station willingly because she thought the police would be able to say, okay, this is not right, this is against the law.
And I'm sure she's an underage.
Not underage person.
Okay.
But that is not what she wants. She wanted to follow the path where it is my right, I have the right to do this and that. And there are instances where some of these security operatives may be...
Their belief systems may be faulty.
Yes. They will tell you, okay, this is what the religion said, or this is what this culture agrees to. even if it is against the law of the land, there's a way they try to uphold those things, and it's something else.
Well, I think we just have, if we keep talking about this, it will never end, because it is something that has been happening for years. This is not 10 years, this is not 20. John Good Justice has become a part of Nigeria now. We must put an end to it in whatever form, name you call it, religious, security. It is John Good Justice. It's a crime against humanity. It's a crime against the nation, and it must be condemned by all. So with this, we'll be going on a short break. When we come back, the morning show continues.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way. Are you stuck in Jalingo?
Ladies and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat of a legacy. Prince Homsuk Alex Jibrin is my name. I am the greatest grandson to the 23rd Longwo, third son to the Kanai of the Ko chiefdom, and a true prince to the house of Mamen. At Tarif, we will not only be telling stories, but we will be reviving the very soul of the people through film. In September 2025, Taraba will rise again as we invite you to experience, explore, and invest in the greatest epic film ever in the Kumbo Legacy Workshop. And this is where ancient tradition will meet with modern transformation. Because at Tarif, we shall be celebrating the strength, wisdom, and heritage of the greatest empire that has ever existed in West African history. And tomorrow, we shall immortalize it in art, film, and in fire. So storytellers, stand tall. The legacy is calling. Will you answer? Welcome to Tarif 2025. Let the revolution begin.
Keep watching Sam TV. Keep watching Sam TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, queens and kings of purpose, welcome to the Taraba Human Rights International Film Festival 2025, where nearly 100 powerful minds, dreamers, doers, and defenders of humanity will be gathered at Taraba 2025. And I say to them, welcome to the spark before the wildfire and to the heartbeat of a legacy. Prince Homsuk Alex Jibrin is my name. I am the greatest grandson to the 23rd Longwo, third son to the Kanai of the Kwo Chiefdom, and a true prince to the House of Mamen. At Tarif, we will not only be telling stories, but we will be reviving the very soul of the people through film. In September 2025, Taraba will rise again as we invite you to experience, explore, and invest in the greatest epic film ever in the Kumbo Legacy Workshop. And this is where ancient tradition will meet with modern transformation. Because at Tarif, we shall be celebrating the strength, wisdom, and heritage of the greatest empire that has ever existed in West African history. And tomorrow, we shall immortalize it in art, film, and in fire. So storytellers, stand tall. The legacy is calling. Will you answer? Welcome to Tarif 2025. Let the revolution begin.
Welcome back to the Some TV morning show. And before we went on that break, myself, Miss Bridget James, and Mr. Daniel Pukwe, we were discussing issues that has to do with nation, and we focused on jungle justice. So we're still calling on Nigerians. Let's say no to jungle justice. Let's say no to mob action. Let's also collectively call out, speak out against anything that has to do with mob action and jungle justice. It is a crime to humanity. It is a crime to our religion. It is a crime to the nation. It's a crime to society. And those who are involved in the past and presently should be brought to book. Personally, I think the biggest answer of jungle justice is the fact that the action is not taken against those who participate in jungle justice.
That's true.
So, this time around we're coming back home to Taraba, where we'll be doing analysis of stories on the cover page of Taraba's most influential newspaper, that is Taraba News. So we'll be taking stories that are about Taraba. So Bridget, give us the headlines on Taraba News.
On Taraba News, NDLEA arrests 75 years old, destroys 178,000 kilogram skunk in Taraba forest. Okay, the paradox of power, a look at the political violence in Kaduna State. Taraba Sports Council partners with MAS Foundation for netball training. 29 years old man arrested for alleged murder of minor in Adamawa. A review, recommendation, and take home for Taraba State. Northeast gets just 3% of FEC projects in 2 years, despite producing Vice President, a call for action from the Northeast Governors Forum. Members representing Bali Gasol Federal Constituency facilitate with Taraba State PDP chairman on his 1 year in office. SGS Katabs congratulates retired permanent secretary Joel at the Thanksgiving service. Unity in the face of adversity. Northeast governors map a bold future in Jalingo.
That's a good one there from Bridget. Let's start with this story. 75 years old, involved in drugs. And look at the number of this skunk. Destroyed 178,000 kilograms of skunk in Taraba Forest. That is a huge one. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has destroyed over 178,000 kilograms of cannabis on a large farm in Taraba State and arrested multiple suspects, including a 75-year-old man, nationwide raids targeting drug cartels and traffickers. The 75 years old,
it's not that the 75-year-old is from Taraba.
I was wondering, but also some Taraba was also some places in Taraba Forest. Some drugs were also found there. I begin to see. I think the reason why we have all this violence is not far-fetched.
Yeah, that's the truth. I've always said that somebody without the influence of any drugs, in most instances, will not have the courage to perpetrate some of these crimes that we mentioned. For you to kill somebody with your eyes clear is almost impossible until you influence your emotions with some drugs, then you become inhuman. That is one of the ills of these things. Kudos to Drugs Law Enforcement Agency. We're looking forward to a drug-free society where peace will reign. Look at that report that we featured out at that time where a military man killed a police officer. It was all under the influence of drugs.
Look at this one. They say in Taraba, a 30-year-old suspect, Alpha Andrew, was caught with a Dane gun during an operation at Mayudoga Forest, Adana local government area, where NDLA operatives, supported by the army and local vigilantes, destroyed 71.5 hectares of cannabis farmland. You see, he is a drug dealer and he has dengue. Only God knows what it is. And while we're off camera, you see, it's in Sadana, she doesn't know what is skunk. So now you should know it as. So let me ask you, what's your take on, since you don't even know what skunk is, I believe you don't even know much about this.
I don't know much about it.
But someone was caught in your local government with dengue farming skunk.
I can imagine.
And you know something? You know, these people, that den gun that he used, he will hide under, maybe he's a hunter or something. Now, until we look at it from this perspective, that people who are doing what is called legitimate business do these things too.
Yes.
You understand? Even the security operatives, there are instances where you see them doing drugs.
Yeah.
So, there are who patronize them, who moves these things for them.
Security
operatives and other things like that. So
I'm glad he's being used as a scapegoat.
Yes.
At least other people would learn from this.
Yes.
Yeah, they would learn.
just like I told you on this platform some days ago, if you take people to your farms these days, if you take young men to farm, work for you, you have to be very careful not to join
in their communal
in the things you drink, what they drink, because you may end up taking drugs. You see, last year some people were in the farm. Then one of them just went to the nearby bush, removed the back of a particular tree, soak it in a bottle, and say this one is medicine. Now later on, another one of them wanted to take the medicine. He said, no, the way he reacted, you know that this one is not for everybody.
This just brought my mind to a story my mom told me that while they were young, there was this retired civil servant, very neat man. He has a house with flowers around it. He sits outside, tends the flower, ensure nobody touches the flower. He doesn't allow people to come near it. All of a sudden, one day, police came and they said they have information that he is cultivating India hemp. No, they didn't even ask him. They said, do you own this house? He said, yes. And where is your house? He showed them, because he used the flower as fence. Yeah. He showed them. They said, show us. He was showing, yes, I own. Do you own this? Yes, you own. And they said, Baba, you are cultivating India hemp. He said, no. He never knew it was India hemp. It was just growing. He saw that this thing, then he said he loved the smell of the. So you see how even they said then, many of them didn't know that this was India hemp. That was way back then. But now, drugs have gone into something that young people, see, very young people taking drugs, and that is what is adding to crime in those days. So you can see in those days, a man as well that didn't even know that that was India hemp. But now, with the things the young people take, only God knows. Let's go to this article by our good friend Ambassador Quincy Muri. Say Northeast Governor Forum in Jalingo, a review recommendations and take home for Taraba State. So Ambassador Muri wrote in this piece that I think I tend to agree with some of the things he said there. Say the Northeast Governors Forum, NEGF met in Jalingo, Taraba State on August 30, 2025. For the 12th time, the governors of Adama, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Taraba, and Yobe sat together to deliberate on the future of a region long battered by insurgency, poverty, and underdevelopment. They said, as always, the communique issued at the end of the meeting was rich in rhetoric. It touched on security, humanitarian challenges, flooding, agriculture, economic integration, energy, and education. These are no doubt the right talking points. But as a citizen of Taraba State, who was Jalingo host a historic gathering, I cannot help but ask, will this resolution translate into real impact, or will they remain another document filed until the next meeting? He went about, he spoke. One of the things he said is the governors themselves, they've been issuing communiques in the past. This is the 12th one. has actually been taken on these issues? Because if you look at the issues they spoke about here, these are issues that for over 10, 15 years they've been here with us. So there's a place he ended it where he said, he said the communique rightly warned of imminent floodings and called for federal support for Taraba, while River Benue, but it's still a predictable appeal, not a concrete plan. He went ahead and said this is where the Northeast Development Commission should come in. And if we ask ourselves, the Northeast Development Commission has not been fair to Taraba State.
I agree. We keep seeing where they will defend themselves, that they are trying their best. But for Namne Bridge to be where it is all this while and nothing has been done about it tells much on their attention on Taraba State. The Governors Forum mentioned the issue of Namne Bridge, and we look forward to action being expedited, just like Quincy Muri is trying to point out here. It is more of rhetoric. Until we see it on the ground, we need to see our roads being built. Numan Jalingo Road has always been.
He said, one wishes the governor have come to Jalingo by road, that is Muri, then they would have experienced firsthand the nightmare Tarabas endure daily. That was what Ambassador Muri said.
I traveled that way some few days ago. If you see the way that road is, and I traveled in the night that time, if you see how bad that road is, but you still see vehicles moving up and down. The good thing is that there's a little bit of security these days. You won't hear the stories of robbery, kidnapping, and other things again that much, even if it's not that serious. But the road is actually pretty bad.
You talk about the energy integration, economic integration, energy. He said energy discussion was more ambitious with the forum directing the development of regional power master plan that emphasizes full solar. But he said once again, Taraba was missing action with the Mambila Hydro project and abundant solar potential. The state should be central to any energy plan. The omission of such specifics shows how far communicates are from reality on the ground. He is of the opinion. Yes, I think in the Northeast, when they talk about energy, Taraba should be the focal with the focal point, because we have Mambila Power Project, we have the Kashimbela Power Project. So any power project that is Northeast, I think we should have the biggest infrastructures in that area, and it should be built around it.
Yeah, Gombe too has this thing that in Kowa they're supposed to be for, but all these projects are uncompleted. And as far back as 1999, to the best of my knowledge, as far back as 1999, where we heard of Dadinkowa Dam and Gombe and Mambila Power Project.
Mambila was first spoken about during this first republic in the Senate.
Now you see, we grow up to see these things. And you may be surprised that we may not see it until after.
That's Bridget, when last did you go to that power project in Mambila? Have you been there before?
Early this year.
Early this year. So what is work ongoing there?
No.
It has been abandoned.
Abandoned.
Nothing is
They're
going on.
They're always talking about it, but nothing is being done.
There is this allegation there is your people that don't want the...
How?
Because that's their farmland. Like until government come and compensate them, the work will not continue. They spiritualized it.
But the government have to compensate them, right?
The government has, and then again, all this. If government wants to work, has money been released and it is not being spent?
That is it.
That is
it.
On a lighter note now, I'm just joking. They spiritualized it. So even if money is given, the money will just disappear.
Okay, Bridget, we are begging you. Should we pay you people so that this Mambila project will take off?
Oh, God.
Well, as Ambassador Muri also spoke about, let me see. I love this. He said from forum to governors. He said the Northeast Governors Forum has succeeded in showing unity, but unity alone cannot rebuild school, fix road, or provide electricity. What the region needs is for the forum to evolve into a governance forum, where the executive projects mobilize funds and deliver results. I just said, he said this should evolve from governance forum to governance forum.
Well, that is semantics. Okay. He has a way with words. Yeah, there's a way he has with manipulating words like that. I think all he's trying to say is that he wants this forum to translate into results. This communique is to be translated into things that are tangible, because communique has been issued. Now we're waiting for what that communique will translate to. We're looking forward to Namne Bridge being built, because the governor said his colleagues should put pressure, the necessary pressure on the federal government to see that.
Well,
I just hope the...
And there's something again. The rainy season will soon be here. The pressure on Namne Bridge was as a result of the rainy season.
yeah.
Now, there is a way we normally forget things.
Once the rain, the water goes,
Nobody
there's way.
Yes, nobody will remember that
Don't care
Namne
about
Bridge
it
is
anymore.
another issue that should be tackled.
Okay, well, we can overemphasize that, and let me just take the last words from Maurice. Say the governors have shown solidarity. What the people now demand is governance. The Northeast have enough communities. What it need now is action. So thank you, Ambassador Requested Muri, MSPS, MNIPR, President StyCorp Peace Project. Thank you for that wonderful piece there. Well, which other story? Let us see. Well, I think there's another story on the... Okay, SGS Katabs congratulates retired Permanent Secretary Joel Constantine at Thanksgiving. The Secretary to the government of Taraba State, Gibbon Timothy Katabs, has congratulated retired Permanent Secretary Joel Constantine on a successful retirement, describing him as a hardworking and dedicated civil servant who served the state with distinction. Speaking at Constantine's Thanksgiving service at United Methodist Church, UMC Maugwe Jalingo Katabs recalled Constantine personally informed him of his upcoming retirement last month. He noted that throughout his years of service, Constantine would never found wanting in the discharge of his duty. I always like it when they celebrate someone that has served for so many years to retirement, because that is what we all dream of, and I think it's a good one. And congratulations to Mr. Constantine for going through and retiring. That is the peak of civil service.
Yes. I think what was left for him is to be head of service.
Yes.
That is, he served, he finished well. We say that in theology, he finished well. Now look at that picture. You will see the SSG and the SGS.
Okay.
The person there is the former SSG.
Okay.
During the Dairos government, and the present SGS under Governor
Kifas. Well, one thing is with Chief Gibbon Katabs is that he knows his way around how to have people around him. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow.
Always smiling.
Always. And I think that has to do with people from Mabilia. They are always jolly, good fellows.
Well, there are one or two things that I know. Though Bridget too is like that. He has this reputation of keeping to time.
Yes.
If you have an appointment with the SGS for 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. or 10 a.m., you have to keep to the time. Else, you won't find it. He will not be happy with you.
So, it's a good thing. I like people who keep to time, and I think that is one of the things that have been helping him as a leader. Because once people around you know that yes, you keep to time, they will ensure that they also keep to time. It has become African time. Is there anything like African time?
Nothing like that.
Does Bridget, has your clock ever showed you 2 times? African time, American time?
No.
I don't know why you like that.
Maybe we should do African time for 9 p.m. news.
Okay, they will start it by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing like African time.
There's nothing like Africa. It is just a bad this thing that we
Coming from lazy people.
Yes, definitely. There's nothing like African time. A time is a time. I don't know of any clock that speaks of African time. Okay, yes, I think, it is almost 9:30. And let me ask, Bridget, do you know that Saudana was supposed to be part of Cameroon? Will you have been happy being a Cameroonian?
No.
Why? I'm just imagining she could have been a Cameroonian if not some calculations that went after. Wasn't after independence?
Yes, I think it was shortly before independence.
Before independence.
Yeah.
Have you been to Cameroon?
No, never
Why?
been to Cameroon.
I hardly see people from that area that didn't go to Cameroon.
Well, I'm from Musa, but
You've been to Cameroon?
if you ask me, no, I've never been to Cameroon.
You've never traveled out to Cameroon?
No. Well, I've reached communities where it's most likely under Cameroon. Those villages, those interiors.
So you were
like
looking
that.
at Japan and you did not cross.
Cameroon.
Well, it's Cameroon, Japan. Can Cameroon
It's
be
Japan,
considered as
yeah.
Japan?
If you,
Sure.
if, I know somebody in
outside the
Jalingo. I know
country.
somebody in Jalingo who looked for admission
Japan.
in Nigeria and couldn't get, and he went to Cameroon and studied in Cameroon. He's a nurse.
No, not that. The only thing that you should ensure that you go to schools that are accredited. It's a good experience to go outside and get education.
Sure.
Not only classroom education, you get to learn about the world, and I think it's a good thing for people to
We
get.
have this ambassador of Nigeria to Cameroon before, Emmanuel.
Yes.
Yeah. Late Emmanuel. I think I remember when I was in secondary school, he was an ambassador. Some of his kids we were in the same school, and it's a good one. Well, I would say Taraba and Cameroon has a lot of things common.
Yeah, sure.
It's a good one. Taraba is a very special district. We have river, we have international border, there's nothing we don't have in this part of the country.
We are
And
blessed.
we're the unofficial food basket of the nation.
Yes, definitely.
So many crops is being cultivated in Taraba State.
There are definitely so many crops. So what we just need is to harness these potentials together. And don't also forget that Taraba houses one of the best TV stations in the country, Some TV.
Yeah, one of the best private TV stations, at least in the Northeast. We're looking forward to, what is it called, expanding our coverage to the whole of Africa.
Our coverage is already all over the world, because once you're on Facebook,
Satellite.
and for Nigeria, all over Nigeria, you can watch us on satellite. And anywhere in the world, we're on Facebook, Some TV, search for Some TV, you will definitely find our face or his face or the face of any other person there beaming live at you. Also, on YouTube, Some TV Live. You can get us on YouTube. We are on TikTok for the young people.
Yeah.
We are on Instagram. Yeah, I know.
For the Gen Z.
For the Gen Zs, we're on TikTok. So those are the things. So Some TV is to the world.
Sure.
To the world. So we are open up. We almost will soon be a year in this business.
Very soon.
Business, but we've gone so far. People ask questions. They say, "Wow!" You can see them calling from all over the country.
We already had this background with Taraba newspaper.
Yes.
So when Some TV came, it was not actually new into the business.
Yeah,
we
because
already had an experience platform where.
And when it comes to Taraba, you can't beat Taraba.
Yes,
You can't beat
the whole of
Taraba.
Northeast. All of Northeast.
The whole of Northeast. Yes, definitely all of Northeast. And now kudos to Chief Gabriel Lincoln for what has been able to do in the broadcasting industry.
A 5-star CEO in the sense that they have 5 functional major businesses that is creating jobs and helping develop the economy of the Northeast.
Yeah, definitely. Well, with this, we have to draw the curtain on the first day of September, the first morning show in the month of September. I would like to say thank you to Bridget James and Mr. Radane Kukwen. So thank you, the two directors. The director with 3 portfolio, assistant director for news, programs, public affairs. Maybe they'll add accounts to it. Mr. Radane, the director of news and public affairs, 2 portfolio. I just hold 1 portfolio, director of programs. So they are my senior colleagues. There are so many luggages with me.
Like that, you're the book.
The boss.
No, the boss is Chief Gabriel.
Yes, it's the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Well, not forgetting, there are people that are bosses here when we're on air. Whatever we do, if they decide nobody will listen or hear us, They are the actual boss.
Sure.
I'm talking about the actual boss. This is the studio manager, Mr. Moses Peter is the studio manager today. If he switches off the camera, we are gone.
Sure.
Then also, they are our masters, the master control operators. They control everything. Even the studio manager, if they want to cut him off, they'll do that.
Sure.
And we have very wonderful studio master control operators. Silas Walu God Gift, also the social media manager. Then we have James Atai Emmanuel, the always smiling, always singing James, and one of the best editors, graphics editors, photo editor you can find in Nigeria. And not forgetting the son of the prophet, Meshach Lazarus, the man that says it as it is. He's as straightforward as a ruler. Also, and not forgetting that our wonderful newscasters Tessie Ayuba, Tessie Stone, Tessie Stone, and not forgetting Capacity Man, Faith, the one that always have a way of making everywhere lively around that capacity. And not also the Bunge herself. Happy so from all of us here and the planner. And I'm coming to that. And our number one correspondent, the one that can go to anywhere in the world and bring back that news, no matter what.
The correspondence with confidence.
With confidence, is a correspondent with confidence. You go out with her, you are not whosoever it is, whatsoever it is, she will go there. And she's got you covered. So, and also not forgetting planner. PRO.
Last Sunday youths.
Last Sunday, So, well, I think I didn't leave out anyone.
If there is, you should forgive us.
You should forgive us. So, from all of us, led by Chief Gabriel Olayinka, we say happy new month to you. Happy new month to you out there, and we pray that this month of September will bring you joy, peace, love, and happiness. So this is where we draw the curtains of today's edition of the morning show. My name is Abraham Manejoda. Good morning.